From KQTV St. Joseph, this is KQ2 News at 10.
Late last night, the not guilty verdict for George Zimmerman, charged in the shooting death of Florida teenager Trayvon Martin. That word sparking reaction virtually coast to coast. Good evening, I'm Melinda Barrett. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez in Sanford has followed the trial since its start, and now the aftermath that has gripped the entire country.
We, the jury, find George Zimmerman not guilty.
With those words, George Zimmerman left the Seminole County Courthouse a free man. The nearly month-long trial over, his attorney saying he'll soon get back a central piece of evidence, the gun he used to kill Trayvon Martin. Across the country, last night's verdict sparking protests and prayers. In this church in Miami Gardens, Florida, that Martin used to attend, his cousins shared their disappointment in the outcome.
We're very concerned and very hurt.
As far as the verdict is concerned, that's our justice system. In regard to what it's going to be, just be peaceful.
While Martin's parents mourn, absent from last night's verdict, their attorney says because of death threats, Zimmerman remains in hiding in fear for his safety. He pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder, always maintaining he killed Martin in self-defense. Legal experts saying, based on the case laid out by the state, the jury's decision to acquit was no surprise.
Talking about just that moment he shoots and the amount of evidence there was that George Zimmerman had been beaten by Trayvon Martin, it was difficult to see how the prosecution was going to win this case.
In relation to me.
And the Department of Justice released a statement this afternoon explaining their investigation into Martin's death is ongoing, and they'll continue working through the evidence to see if it reveals any civil rights violations. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Sanford, Florida.
Both sides in the case asked for peace after the verdict, and they mostly got it. The NAACP calling on the Justice Department to file civil rights against Zimmerman.
And we'll be starting off our next work week with another chance of showers, possibly on Monday afternoon, early afternoon, between noon and 5 p.m. Only a 30% chance of showers. And then after that, starting on Tuesday, a higher pressure system will be building into our area, bringing in a brighter sun and warmer temperatures. And we won't be seeing another chance of rain until next Saturday. And I'll have more of that coming up, and we'll take a look at our almanac real quick. Melinda, back to you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Sugar Lake in Lewis and Clark Village has seen better days. Parts of the lake are drying up from lack of water, which has also led to a fish kill. Some area residents said the lack of water has been an issue for months, and you can see the land creeping across the lake. With the water running dry, there isn't enough oxygen for the fish to survive.
We cut down on the amount of rainfall that we've been getting, and the lake just slowly creeped down. From the end of my boat ramp down here, it's about 15 feet out now. It's way past the docks.
Zimmerman said the Parks Department has some aerators pumping air into the water, but he's afraid at this rate the only fish that will survive are the ones closest to the aerators. CPR is an emergency procedure that is meant to keep the blood pumping and the oxygen flowing until emergency care arrives. However, is CPR really all that effective? The doctor says the effectiveness of CPR and the number of people that survive it is very small. KQ2's Jennifer McDermott reports.
There's a misconception that CPR is an effective treatment for all people whose heart stops.
Dr. Robert Saylor says that's not the reality.
There are certain medical conditions where we know statistically there's no chance of survival by pounding on the chest. We shouldn't be doing it.
CPR is a procedure that maintains blood flow until you can restart the heart.
But if there is no way to restart the heart, then doing CPR is going to be ineffective.
There's no way to know if they'll survive or not if you don't do the CPR.
Debbie Meads with the Red Cross says in an emergency, the everyday person doesn't have someone's medical history.
But there's no way to tell that by looking at the person.
She says although statistics show CPR might not be as effective as we think, it has helped in certain situations.
There have been thousands of people saved because a trained person was there immediately and did CPR.
Dr. Saylor says there is no doubt it's helpful for some patients.
Doing CPR is very, very important. It may save a life.
But not for everyone.
You can pound on my chest all day long, but if I die from a stroke, it's not going to change my stroke at all. I'm still going to die.
They both agree that learning CPR is still the way to go.
Even if the person doesn't survive because of something that was outside what you could do, you have the satisfaction to know that you did all you could, and sometimes they do survive.
About 92,000 people are saved by CPR in the U.S. each year, according to the American Heart Association. Livingston County Sheriff Steve Cox will open the Chillicothe Jail to the public tomorrow. The tour will allow the public to see problems that led to most of the jail being closed this past December. The guided tours are from 10 o'clock until 2:30 tomorrow and again on July 19th. No registration is needed. 2 cell areas are currently used as a holding facility, while the remainder of the jail is storage. Women are known to make sacrifices for their families, jobs, and communities. Some women even make huge sacrifices for the good of our country. KQ2's Cherish Enderly catches up with military women and wives as they get a little time for themselves.
A loved one's photo can help get through tough times, especially during military deployments.
Pinups history is World War II, so that's where a lot of, especially the cheesecake style pinups really thrived, because you would have this pinup and you would get this in the military and kind of remember, oh yeah, I'm fighting for those women.
Pinup photo shoots also give service women a chance to show another side of themselves.
I like this quote, I can wear the boots, but I can also wear the heels. Let the military women actually get out of their boots, like Kara said, and put on some heels and makeup and just feel beautiful.
Military wife Tiffany Perigo misses her husband.
I'm so proud and honored at what he does that knowing he's defending our country makes it a lot easier for me to deal with him being gone and deployments and trips and everything else.
She knows what it's like for other wives and service women who go months without seeing their families. That's why she organized a day of pampering for the women and wives of the 180th Airlift Wing.
Pinups are great because they let women feel beautiful. They kind of celebrate every different shape, every body type, every hair color. Everybody can be included. It's not isolating. I mean, it really does. It's a great style to just cover beauty in every way.
Foxy Pinups and Extreme Hair Effects Salon donated a day of hair, makeup, and photos.
She's awesome. She's awesome to work with. She just makes you feel like a woman and so pretty and loved, and I love her to death.
Cherish Enderly, KQ2 News.
Laura Riddle of Riddle Photos also helped shoot the military ladies in front of real airplanes at Rosecrans Air Force Base. You can find out more about full-service pinup photo shoots at stjoechannel.com. Nearly 50 kids strutted their stuff across the stage today for a royal princess pageant. The pageant's theme was red, white, and blue and featured all ages from babies to up to 18 years old. Both boys and girls competed in the beauty walk category. It was a competition of stage presence and personality. A Missouri law now 5 years old seems to be paying off for a quiet profession. Coming up, we look at why more expecting mothers are turning to these professionals. Plus, this little car isn't built for comfort, it's built to race. Later tonight, how far the race team is willing to go to race 2,000 miles.
Schilling Maintenance gets the job done right the first time and every time. Our trained personnel and our 40 years of experience are a combination that can't be beat. When you want parking area sweeping and maintenance, as well as asphalt maintenance and marking, think Schilling Maintenance. For a complete list of our services, call today at 816-324-0554, like us on Facebook, or visit our website, www.schillingmaintenance.com.
Visit Pickup and Race Haven today for all your pickup needs. 3906 Frederick, just west of Woodbine.
I was in horrible pain for 17 months. I had the MRIs, pain management, epidurals. I tried everything. We saw Activate Your House commercial on television. I thought, why not? Nothing's worked so far. We gave them a call and I got in. I came in for a spinal decompression treatment, and I started seeing results, amazing results, after a few treatments. I found that living pain-free is possible with Activate Your Health.
When you need a tow, call R&W Tow and Recovery. We specialize in difficult and delicate towing jobs. We get referrals from other companies for jobs that are particularly difficult or they don't have the equipment. We've proudly been serving the St. Joseph area since 1978. We're known as a tow company that won't walk away from a difficult recovery. From a small motorcycle or ATV to a 100,000-pound crane, call R&W Tow and Recovery for your 24-hour towing needs.
Thanks for voting us Best Tow and Recovery Service in St. Joe.
Here at St. Joe Tractor Incorporated, we have what you need to get you through the summer with our classic American muscle. Bad Boy mowers with their exclusive Easy Ride system with patented independent front and rear rubber compression shocks, and they boast the industry's strongest deck made from solid welded quarter-inch steel and built to last a lifetime. We also offer the Holland Grill for your backyard grilling needs. With the Holland, you get a grill, a smoker, a steamer, and an outdoor oven all in one. St. Joe Tractor Incorporated, 3525 Pear Street.
It's been 5 years since Governor Jay Nixon signed legislation making midwifery legal in Missouri. Since that time, out-of-hospital births have increased by 70% in the state. As Laura Kennedy shows us, it's a home baby boom.
Tina Griffin is listening to her baby's heartbeat with the help of her midwife.
Sounds good.
Griffin is choosing to give birth to her fourth child naturally at the Family Birth Center.
Yes, it hurts because you're doing the non-drug route, but at the same time, I've had 4-hour labors.
Mary Walsh is her certified professional midwife and also one of the key players in making all forms of midwifery legal in Missouri. She worked on the legislation for 6 years before it finally passed in 2007.
Because people were having home births and they were finding midwives, but everybody was having to be underground about it.
She says the practice is more regulated and safer for women now that it's legal.
For families, they're getting a lot better care.
And that's one possible reason the number of women using midwives has jumped 68% since 2007.
We're seeing a lot more people who probably wouldn't have done home birth before.
Women like Rebecca Block.
It's a lot calmer of an environment when you're at home.
An Ozark mom whose at-home birth experience motivated her to become an advocate for the movement.
We've had a lot more people even just emailing and calling and asking about it.
In her opinion, more midwives and birthing centers will be entering the market very soon.
Still quite a bit of demand, and sometimes maybe not enough midwives to go around.
Tina Griffin agrees.
And a lot of friends are interested. It's just a lack of different places to go in the state.
She is past her due date and could give birth any time, but she's confident in her decision to have Walsh by her side instead of a doctor.
Most insurance companies still aren't covering out-of-hospital births. Also, hospitals are beginning to welcome women who transfer in after an at-home birth.
Today we reached a low of 63 degrees and we won't be seeing these temperatures for quite a while, and I'll have more of that in my full forecast. But first, we'll take a look at the almanac.
How long should we give him? Oh! He's doing okay. Let's wait till he smashes his thumb. Okay, time to go, Josh. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Josh with Joseph Contracting. Don't just let anyone replace your roofing, siding, or windows. Your home deserves the quality of Excalibur windows and Prodigy siding installed by the skilled professionals here at Joseph Contracting.
Hey, Mike, you want to come over later?
I can't, man. I got plans with Maggie.
All right, man. Mike, Hoops?
I can't, fellas. Tomorrow.
Hey, Mike, come with us.
I can't, but I'll text you later.
Come on, Mikey.
Hey, Maggie.
Hi, Mr. Mike.
How's your reading coming along?
Good.
Sometimes the simplest acts give the greatest rewards. Help Missouri schools by playing the new one-off wager with Pick 3 and Pick 4. You can win even if your numbers are one-off. Play it forward with the Missouri Lottery.
Can I get this delivered? Hi, Kent Porter for Porter's Building Centers. That's a question we hear a lot.
Let's face it, handling lumber and building materials sometimes is not easy. And if you don't have a truck, well, you might be in trouble. At Porter's, delivering the material for your project is something we're good at. We deliver on our trucks and with our people. And if your order is in and paid by 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, it will be there that day.
I guarantee it.
Porter's Building Centers in Elwood, Cameron, and Kearney. Porter's, we're here to help.
It began with a spark, and who knows what ignited it? Love is a mystery.
Some chemistry between you created that spark that kindled the flame that became a fire. And a love that began with a spark will now be affirmed with the promise of a diamond from Nick of Time. A diamond from Nick of Time jewelry perfectly symbolizes unending love. Beautiful, brilliant, and inside each, a spark that kindles a flame that becomes a fire. Nick of Time jewelry in Woodlawn at Belt and Beck.
Hey everybody, it's Tony from Rolling Hills New Car Alternative. We have the area's largest selection of one-owner, low-mileage, nearly new vehicles for you to choose from. Let's take a look at some examples. 2012 one-owner GMC Terrain. 2012 Chevy Impala, one owner. 2012 one-owner Ford Explorer. You won't find any rental cars here. And of course, the largest selection of certified Nissan, Toyotas, and Hondas in the area. Rolling Hills New Car Alternative. If you can't tell the difference, why pay the difference?
Well, we started off today with cloudy skies, and as we progressed throughout the evening, we cleared up those skies, so we're at a very pleasant evening tonight. Right now, we're sitting at 79 degrees, a dew point at 59, humidity only at 50%, and light winds out of our east-southeast at 5 miles an hour. So we're not the only ones right now experiencing those upper 70s. Kansas City, down there, you're at 78 as well. 77 in Lincoln, Topeka, they're at 76, and then off to our east as that sun has set, Kirksville, you've lowered your temperature down to 73 degrees. So on our radar and satellite, we do still see that low pressure system over here in the Boot Hill of Missouri, and is drawing in that moisture. Instead of departing and making its way out to the Atlantic, it is actually moving southwestward. So it is actually bringing in that energy and wrapping around into our area, and this is why we'll be seeing an increase of clouds into our area later tonight into tomorrow morning actually. But starting Tuesday, a high pressure system will be building its way into our area, clearing out those skies and bumping up those temperatures later this week. So as you can see, there's that cloud cover we saw earlier this morning that is moving westward as that low pressure system is retrograding and moving backwards as it moves southward as well. And we do see that moisture peaking up out of our southeast, which will eventually be making its way into our area later tonight into tomorrow morning. So at 4 a.m. on Monday, Futurecast is picking up on that moisture coming into our area. And then Monday afternoon, we might be seeing a spotty, very isolated showers throughout the area around in between noon and 5 p.m. This will not be a downpour. It will be very brief showers. So don't be expecting any sort of rainfall whatsoever. And then after that, we'll be having our high pressure system coming into our area, clearing out those skies and bumping our temperatures back up into the lower to mid 90s. However, Futurecast is picking up on a couple of showers Wednesday evening, but this is a very slight chance, only a 10% chance. So be expecting mostly cloudy conditions throughout the remainder of the work week. Tonight, mostly clear skies, very pleasant, a low of 67 degrees, and this will be our last time seeing temperatures in the low to or into the upper 60s. As we head into our next work week, we'll be seeing our lows temperatures in the mid 70s. Tomorrow, partly sunny, 30% chance of thunderstorms, mainly once again in the early to mid afternoon hours with a high of 87 degrees. And then for our 5-day to 7-day extended forecast, Tuesday 90 degrees, and then by Wednesday bumping it up to 92 degrees, and Thursday, Friday, that's when we'll be seeing those temperatures up into the mid 90s. But then starting off our next weekend, we're going to be having a 30% chance of showers and cooling down those temperatures. I don't know if you want to even say 90 degrees is cooling it down, but our next chance of rain won't be until our next weekend. And Melinda, I know around the studio today we were talking about heading into the pool or possibility, so I'm thinking heading into this next work week, we'll be seeing beautiful conditions for pool weather at least.
We've really been lucky this summer, and I've even, when I've been out driving, it's kind of wedding season, so it's even been some great weather for outside activities.
Not too humid, not too hot. It's been beautiful.
All right. Thank you very much, Jennifer. Coming up next in our Getting Greener segment, we look at a special car that's built for more than saving energy, where a group of college students is headed with their heat-powered car. And a former football coach enjoys his swan song on the sidelines this weekend. That's later in sports.
Hello? Hola?
Afternoon recess is in full swing at McDonald's McCafe Hour. Indulge in a mocha, chocolate chip, or caramel frappe, or any of our other McCafe beverages, all $1 off between 2 and 5 p.m. It's more afternoon refreshment to love.
Hi, I'm Lucas Weaver, owner of Epic Construction Company. And as many of you know, we've been industry leaders in residential construction for years. But what you may not know is that we are now able to offer financing for all of our construction services to fit almost any budget, including 0% interest. So, if you've been putting off that home improvement project, call today and set up an in-home consultation with one of our residential construction experts. From foundations to roofs and everything in between, now proud to offer financing to fit almost any budget. Epic Construction, quality you can count on and experience you can trust. 816-749-4168.
97, 98, 99. At Car Hop, your down payment can be as low as $99 down. Too good to be true? Not at Car Hop. Just listen to some of our customers.
I got a down payment of $99.
Good credit, bad credit, you'll get a car. Only $99 down, you can't beat that.
Fast approval, low down payments, and a warranty included. Only at Car Hop. Car Hop, cars and credit to go. Cars and credit to go.
When you're ready to come home from the hospital and the staff asks you who you want to provide your home care services, choose with confidence. Choose Bender's Home Care. Bender's nursing staff are all registered and licensed practical nurses who can monitor your progress, do lab work, provide bathing assistance, and any nursing care needed. And with our therapy department, we'll see to your rehab all within the comfort of your own home. So when it's time to choose your home care team, choose Bender's Home Care. Serving St. Joseph for over 25 years.
Have you seen those Archer lawn care trucks in your neighborhood? Their customers know the quality lawn and landscaping solution they have provided to residential and commercial clients since 1999. Do you need landscape design, lawn applications, or even irrigation service? Trust in Archer's landscaping industry certified staff to treat your property as their own. If you don't have a lawn and landscaping provider or wish to make a change, give us a call or connect with us online today.
Getting Greener, brought to you by Activate Your Health, Quality Hearing, Eckerd's, and Joseph Contracting.
Need a lift? Hybrid and electric cars are on the roads every day, but Stanford University is seeing a new light. They're building a solar car that is purely powered by the sun and never needs a plug-in or a fill-up. Jonathan Bloom has more.
Turning left.
It's not roomy or luxurious, and it's got the smallest steering wheel you've ever seen. But it's not built for comfort. This little car is built to win. It's not just any race. A group of Stanford undergrads put it together from scratch for a 2,000-mile journey across the Australian outback, powered entirely by the sun.
These are essentially the same as the cells that you would put on your house. They're just much higher efficiency.
Stanford's entered the Solar Challenge before. This time, they have a bold new design tested in a wind tunnel. Every curve is made to balance sun exposure with aerodynamics. Every maneuver designed to conserve each precious drop of power.
We actually go slower when it's sunny if we know that there's a cloudy patch ahead or behind, and we go fast through the cloudy patch and slow through the sunny patch, so we get the same average speed but collect
themselves, and there's no faculty themselves, and there's no faculty keeping the driver safe.
6-point harness and this right here, this roll cage, for safety.
Though it has all the trappings of a race car, the solar car actually isn't much of a speed demon. It's built for the long haul, driving consistently day after day where every ounce and every detail counts.
It's definitely an endurance race, and it's not just about pure efficiency, it's making sure your car is tough enough to actually get to the finish line.
At about 55 miles an hour, the best teams will finish in 3 to 4 days, the end of a project that's taken a year and a half. The students raise all the money under no faculty advisor, but it's become a big part of their education.
There's a lot to learn about engineering that you can't learn in classes. It's not that they're not trying to teach us, it's just that there's a big difference between, oh, this didn't quite work, but it's okay, I'll get an A-, and this didn't work, you're on the side of the road in Australia.
In less than 2 weeks, they'll load the car onto a ship headed down under for the race in October.
Stanford hopes to see their Hot Wheels succeed in the Great Solar Challenge this coming October. The Royals and Cardinals are both sending another to New York for the All-Star game. Plus, some future Royals are already in the Big Apple, and they hit the field this afternoon. Justin is next with sports.
Here at St. Joe Tractor Incorporated, we have what you need to get you through the summer with our classic American muscle. Bad Boy mowers with their exclusive Easy Ride system with patented independent front and rear rubber compression shocks, and they boast the industry's strongest deck made from solid welded 1/4-inch steel and built to last a lifetime. We also offer the Holland Grill for your backyard grilling needs. With the Holland, you get a grill, a smoker, a steamer, and an outdoor oven all in one. St. Joe Tractor Incorporated, 3525 Pear Street.
There are many reasons to come to the American Gold Mine. You don't have to come here just because you need money. You can come here to save money. Largest jewelry selection in town. Unbelievable instruments. And we have a huge selection of DVDs and Blu-rays. Our TV selection rivals any other electronic store in town. And we still have a huge selection of firearms and ammo. And with our bank vault security, we're the most secure place in town for all your firearms and jewelry. And coming soon here at American Gold Mine, you will receive chances to step into our money-grubbing machine and win big money. And don't forget, you don't have to come here just to get money. You come here to save money. Hey, look who's here. Hi, Cecil, what are you doing here?
Well, you know I'm retired now and I gotta watch my pennies.
I think he squeaks when he walks.
Wow, what a deal.
Bystanders at the scene, some saw it, some just missed. Who hit who, whose fault was, they didn't get the gist. Witnesses were everywhere, the copy made a list. I told the record man to take this game to collision repair specialists.
Collision repair specialist
has a lifetime warranty.
Collision repair specialist
is the only choice for me. They turned my Ford Fiesta into a BMW. Collision repair specialist, start to finish for you.
Sun up to sundown. The KQ2 News Team delivers the most local news, weather, and sports. Whether you watch, follow, or friend, KQ2 is the clear choice for local news coverage. Tune in for Hometown This Morning, live at 5, and your nightly news at 6 and 10 to find out what brings thousands of viewers back home to KQ2. Your station yesterday, today, and tomorrow. KQ2, that's my station.
Good evening. Well, we're nearly through the final day of Major League Baseball before the All-Star break, and it hasn't quite been the finish or the beginning that the Royals wanted. Losers of 4 straight. Can there be any positivity headed to the break? Well, Alcides Escobar was trying today. Flies out to Michael Bourne in center field, who makes a great throw back to the plate, but they say Lorenzo Cain just beats it out. It's a tie ball game. A lot of lead changes in this one, kind of like their last series finale at Kauffman. Tied 2-2 in the third. Carlos Santana puts Cleveland back up with that liner past first base. Now we move to the fourth. It's 3-3 at this point. Escobar again lifts one into the gap. That's going to score David Lowe, and it's 4-3 Royals. But as Drupal Cabrera deals the last blow, 2-run double to deep right. This one they'd hang on to. 5 innings, 3 runs, 4 strikeouts for James Shields. Kansas City falls 6-4. They're swept. 6 games under 500 to end the first half. Well, speaking of the Royals, the Major League Futures game took place this afternoon. A couple slingers were on hand that could soon make an impact on KC's staff. Single-A Lexington righty Miguel Almane worked a 1-2-3 7th inning, picking up a strikeout in the process, while Triple-A Omaha prospect Yodana Ventura needed just 1 pitch in the 8th. Just ran 2 runners with a fly out to left. He was scheduled to work the 9th too. The USA Futures team closed it out in the top of the inning as the home team. Well, it was a picturesque night at Wrigley Field where the Cardinals are also trying to avoid being swept. Started off well, tied 1-1 in the third. Perfect bunt laid down by Pete Kozma, and everyone's safe. That snaps no for 28 skid for him, puts St. Louis up 2-1. Then in the 6th, one swing in the bat gives Chicago the lead. It's a 3-run shot for Darwin Barney. 4-3, Cubs are on top. Adam Wainwright's night done by the end of that frame. 8 hits, 4 strikeouts. The lead was short-lived, though. Pete Kozma and Matt Carpenter pick up RBI in the 7th. Cards go back up, and it's still that way now. 17 hits for them on the night. It's 6-4. St. Louis leads in the 8th. Well, sticking with the majors, a pair of Missouri closers are headed to the All-Star game. It was announced late this afternoon that reliever Greg Holland will join Alex Gordon and Salvador Perez on the AL squad, while Edward Mujica will replace Adam Wainwright on the NL team. Holland's been stellar for this first half for the Royals, posting a 1.6 ERA with 22 saves. That includes making good on his last 15 chances in a row. This will be the first time since 1988 the Royals will have 3 representatives. Meanwhile, Mujica has recorded 26 saves and posted a 2.27 ERA with St. Louis, who sends 6 All-Stars to New York. Well, the 8-man coaching landscape looks a lot different today than when Chuck Borey joined the Worth County staff 20 years ago. That marked the beginning of a run that would take him to 5 state championships and one last trip this weekend to an event he helped create. When folks watch someone who seems to feed off the coaching bug, retirement might never seem to be an option.
There's been several people that they didn't believe it because I told a few of my closer coaching friends and stuff that I was really thinking about giving it up and retiring from coaching, and they said, oh, you'll never do that.
Worth County's Chuck Borey is in that boat after choosing to end his coaching career in March, focus on his new role as assistant principal.
I like to try to be successful at things I do, and if I was going to commit to be assistant principal, I just really felt that I needed to commit all my time to that position, and that was the main reason why.
Saturday's 8-man senior all-star game marked the last hurrah for a man who's been so influential on the game in Northwest Missouri, sharing the sideline with his last batch of seniors and fellow coaches that have played the Tigers to some memorable finishes.
We've taken a few beatings from him for one, but overall it's been pretty competitive games.
I always knew it'd be a great challenge, and we just got really fortunate a couple times when we played him to have good situations come out in our favor.
It's been a kind of a roller coaster ride, but I think he's got the advantage on the wins column.
But after 16 years at the helm for Worth County, his influence goes beyond in-game achievements.
He really has been a pillar for 8-man football. He started this game and this tradition, so yeah, I look up to him for a lot of reasons. He's a good guy.
And while 6-year assistant Chris Healy will take over for the Tigers, Borey says he could still be a regular sight on game night.
There may be a few things I'll help him out with, but I definitely won't make any of the decisions, and I won't be in the locker room around the practice field. But if he needs me to do a few things on game nights, I'll possibly do that.
But not seeing him draw up X's and O's for the first time in 2 decades, after 5 state titles, well, you don't get used to that overnight.
There's going to be a little adjustment, a different atmosphere without him being on the field this year, but Worth County's had a successful program before he got there, and since he's been there, and I'm sure they'll continue to do the same.
I'll keep in touch with those guys, of course, and see them on Friday nights, but I just won't be on the sidelines.
Now, with the departures of Borey and also DeKalb's Vernon Pike, that leaves the likes of Collins, St. Joe Christian's Mark Jewell, and Hardin Central's Kirk Thacker as the longest tenured 8-man coaches in the state. And that's your look at sports this evening. We'll be right back.
Riding the Transit is now more convenient than ever. Transit's on the move, and you can now track the schedule on Transit's new passenger information screens located at the Downtown Transit Center and the North Walmart and Hy-Vee transfer centers. Track bus delays and know exactly when you will arrive at your destination. Can't make it to the bus stop? Schedule a trip by phone or even online, and a bus will pick you up at a curb near your home. Riding the Transit has gotten so easy, why haven't you caught the ride? Catch the ride Monday through Saturday at a bus stop near your home, work, shopping area, movies, and museums. For years, you've known Todd's Tire to have the widest selection of wheels and tires in the area. But did you know we also have a full-service mechanic shop? From major repairs to general repair, Todd's Tire can do it all. We do oil changes, brakes, shocks and struts, and battery replacement, as well as state-of-the-art wheel alignments for any make and model. For the best bumper-to-bumper service and tire selection in St. Joe, come to Todd's Tire, 20451 North Highway 169.
A giant robot of unknown origin has invaded the city and has taken over.
You're gonna need this.
All attempts.
At Wallace Guttering, we stand by our reputation as St. Joseph's longest-running guttering company. Since 1998, Wallace Guttering has been serving the Midland Empire with the core values you want from the people you trust to work on your home. Thousands of satisfied customers can attest to the quality of our workmanship, professionalism, and reliability. With over 20 years of combined experience and our flexible payment option, we know we are best suited to meet your guttering, siding, and window replacement needs. Visit Wallace Guttering's website or give us a call for a free estimate today.
When you need a tow, call R&W Tow and Recovery. We fulfill all personal and commercial towing and recovery needs, specializing in difficult and delicate towing jobs. Nationally certified and insured, our tow drivers can handle heavy equipment and machinery hauling for the entire continental United States. From a small motorcycle or ATV to a 100,000-pound crane, call R&W Tow and Recovery for your 24-hour towing needs.
Thanks for voting us Best Tow and Recovery Service in St. Joe.
Well, we're going to continue to see a very pleasant evening tonight. Temperatures around midnight will be down at 74 degrees only, 7 a.m., 68 with partly cloudy skies, and around noon, temperature of 83 degrees with clouds increasing, possibility of seeing showers tomorrow afternoon.
But kind of spotty showers, you
Very,
said.
very spotty, very brief, not a downpour at all.
All right.
Can't complain about that.
I know, I can't either. All right, thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll be right back here next weekend.